What he did was not right, bro.
00.
Just before midnight on May 31st, 2022, officers from the Milwaukee Police Department in Wisconsin were dispatched to a potential shooting that took place in a residential part of the city.
For the update here, caller heard a female yell, "I've been shot." The caller did hear about 15 shots, possibly from 2 different guns. It is possibly coming from Long Island and Custer.
Would that be something that fits a chick from before?
TC did advise MSD of the shooting. We have 2 injured on the board. I'm going to dupe them all together eventually. I just want them to continue entering the information before I dupe them.
Red light. Red light. My bad. My bad. Clear, right?
200 crowd of people out here. Looks like people are hurt.
Pull up next one. Pull up next one. I got it.
0.
Y'all need to call the ambulance.
Yeah, we got him.
I need you to move so we can do CPR. Hold on. I need you to step off this side so we can do CPR.
Alright, we got one black female from the
Lady, move so they can do their job.
She's breathing. She's shot too. We need help.
What happened? What happened? Is she okay?
Someone let off.
I don't know, bro. Where's the ambulance?
They're coming. They're coming.
Where is they at, bro?
She got shot in the leg.
Yes.
She's conscious and breathing.
Yes, but she just shot.
Yeah, we got someone working. We know who shot you.
We have another black female, not conscious, not breathing.
Ma'am, can you do me a favor? They've got to work on both sides.
Yeah,
You guys step back for me, okay? So they can keep working on it.
Ma'am, can you please move faster?
What the f*** you mean? Can I move faster?
I'm trying to save her, okay? I get it.
Yo,
We also have a vehicle multiple bullet strikes to it. It's going to be a assault break.
is anybody out here when this happened? Did they see anything?
Oh, bro, I didn't see shit.
You see what happened?
We're just trying to surprise my friend.
So you were coming to surprise a
I
friend?
got you for sure. I
Yes,
got
he
you.
just got out of jail.
Weren't we just talking about this earlier?
I know, baby.
Is this what happened earlier?
No, this just happened.
Yeah, but is this...
Everybody just out minding their own business. Nothing was
No,
going on.
we dealt with
I
it before,
passed
that's
out.
why.
This don't
Yeah,
got
that's
nothing
why.
to do with that.
Unresponsive, been doing CPR since we got here.
Taji, you have to calm down.
All we doing was coming to see Fredo.
Yeah, please let them lump me in there.
We were trying to show off Jigga. She shot in the right upper chest.
That's his sister.
Jigga!
Dealt with her earlier.
Where's Jigga?
Ma'am, ma'am.
Please call her.
First name?
Yes,
What's her first name?
So far, officers learned that the girls were driving a gray Kia Soul when they were suddenly shot at. 3 girls are known to be in the car at the time. One is Camiona, the girl medics are trying to stabilize. One is Tajiana, who has been shot in the leg or lower back area. The third is a girl referred to as Giga, who has apparently walked off scene, or at least out of earshot and visuals of the body cameras we have access to. It is unknown at the time if she has any injuries. Officers are also not aware yet that Giga was a passenger in the vehicle, but they will discover this later on. The girls were apparently on their way to meet an individual named Fredo, an ex-boyfriend of Giga's who had just been released from jail. Giga seems to be living out in Arizona, so Fredo seeing her would be a bit of a surprise. Additionally, officers have been noting that another individual who they believe is Camiona's sister, Sierra, is also on scene.
I'm gonna find the sister. The sister's the one that we dealt with earlier.
I just saw it right now. I said, we was talking to you then. You said nothing happened. We was trying to talk to you. You said no.
Officers at the time do not realize that Sierra is not literally Camiona's sister, but is at least very familiar with her as Camiona is dating Sierra's apparent younger brother, Omarion. Officers' suspicions of Sierra appear to grow as they note she called for emergency services earlier the same day. It's later on that the shooting took place just outside of Sierra's residence, where she, her brother Omarion, and others call home. The male civilian on scene, who exclaimed Camiona was shot, appears to be Sierra's boyfriend, though this is not confirmed through our available sources. And so the question becomes, who is responsible for firing at the 3 girls in the car?
Shots came from this way. There's bullet holes in the windshield and stuff.
Where do we have to move that?
There's one in her right collarbone.
There might be one on the side of her head, too.
No balls.
Everybody start pushing them back, away from the scene.
Well, she was out here. I came running after her.
Thanks for your help,
I didn't mean to grab you.
They gotta work on it.
You got gloves.
Bro, YouTube start giving me ads, bro. Play for free now. What game is this?
We're gonna do one more rhythm check here in a little bit, and then we'll call it. Okay. 4474.
00.
Can you please get in touch with her?
We will. And that's a friend's auntie's car? So who's driving that?
My friend.
Who was in the street?
Yeah.
We're estimating violent
Bro, so it might
We
have been
brought
that
her
girl though,
earlier
too.
tonight,
It could have been
and
because she was
there's
in the car.
possibly shots fired. You don't know much about her.
I really hope she didn't.
So,
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. We friends still.
So,
When I was
do you
on
know
the
if her
ground-
boyfriend's violent or anything like that? You don't
He
know?
just graduated high school. She used to talk to the boy that just got out of jail. We wanted to surprise him. I had a gut feeling. I said it before we even got shot. We do not need to be on this block. If something's gonna happen. And all I see is this little a silver car. A silver car. I see them flick their lights. Maybe gonna pull over and start shooting. And
The
they
silver
let
car
off-
does?
Yes, they pulled off.
No pulse there.
Nope.
They only put the gun through the window.
11:20 p.m.
24:20 p.m. What's the time was outside? 11:20 p.m.
Let me get some blankets. We'll
They're
get.
being shoots right now. Somebody
Yeah.
seen something.
Okay, yeah.
Somebody had they always outside.
42:13. Anyone have red tape?
We's not them type of females.
No,
My friend,
not
she's
saying,
in college.
but we just gotta-
I'm graduating high school.
Where do you go to high school?
My boyfriend, that was my, I don't know if you seen him. They all in the house. They come outside
No
and
one's-
running. I graduate. I'm gonna be in the hospital. I'm not gonna be able to.
You graduate to when?
Friday.
No, you should be good. It's just a leg. When MFD's like sitting back, that's a good sign.
Okay.
What's the single gunshot wound to the chest here, Alyssa?
Yes. Will she be going to that same hospital?
I'm not sure. Yeah. What's the friend's name that just got out of prison?
Fredo.
Fredo? You don't know much about him?
No. I'm so sorry. I think I don't give any information.
You're real tired of this. My fourth dead kid this month. Where'd you get it?
Right here. Do you remember
That's
that
crazy, bro.
mass shooting from earlier? This is her sister.
So this might have been
Related, but she didn't want to tell us anything.
Suspect description is going to be two subjects, unknown
Bro, say if it was
race
one of
or
the girls.
sex,
I feel like it was that
operating
girl that
a
was. I
silver
feel like it was one
vehicle,
of the girls.
heavy tint.
But I don't
Victims
know.
pull up,
I don't
subjects
know.
exit the vehicle, discharged firearm at vehicle, striking victims, and fled south.
You're doing really well considering the circumstances. Found out 2 more cases.
Be advised, right now we're up to about 20 family members and they're pretty upset.
As police secure the area, investigators and other officers begin questioning those on scene.
Do you know anybody that got hit or anything like that? Did you see anything or hear anything?
I was standing on the side, and I got a newborn in the house, and I
Okay.
got a 10-year-old that was playing around, and I just ran. I ain't looked because I wasn't trying to go see because
Yeah.
I got kids to go
Right,
home
right.
to.
According to both a police report and Tajiana's account of the events, detectives later interviewed Giga, the third passenger in the victim's vehicle. Giga told officers that she saw Omarion and his friend Dalen outside Omarion's home shortly before gunfire erupted. Officers also questioned another individual, Fredo, whose real name is Rashawn. Initially, Rashawn claimed he didn't witness or hear anything, but later he told a different detective that he had seen part of what happened as he was standing outside when the shots were
He
fired.
definitely
Due to
did, bro.
inconsistencies in Omarion, Dalen, and Rashawn's statements and movements, officers identified them as suspects. In short, the 3 girls in the car were shot at as they attempted to surprise some boys in the neighborhood, leading to Camiona's death. Interestingly, the vehicle Tajiana mentioned that allegedly carried multiple armed individuals wasn't mentioned in the arrest report, which was made days after that night. Without further documentation, it is unclear if the mysterious dark-tinted vehicle was ever located or considered part of the investigation after arrests were made. Ultimately, officers developed enough probable cause to get an arrest warrant for one of the 3 suspects. At 1:47 a.m. that same night, they made a surprise appearance at the same residence the shooting took place. This is the look of 18-year-old Dalen Bridges as he's arrested for murder.
You got anything on you?
Hey, y'all. Come on here.
He might not realize it at the time, but what happened tonight may forever affect his life.
Yeah, that's
We will
crazy.
go over his charges and sentencing in a moment.
Jail, though?
Y'all, my girlfriend, y'all trying to take my brother to jail. Slap the out of one of y'all. What?
What'd you just say? What'd you just say? Don't touch me.
Okay.
Huh?
Turn around.
What are you gonna do?
That one, too.
Alright.
The second individual to be arrested was 18-year-old Omarion McNeely.
Okay, just relax then, man.
Okay, I'm relaxed, bro. Look how you holding my arm and look how y'all got the cut.
Look how you was acting. You just be cool. The cuffs wouldn't be that tight, right?
Yeah, got it.
Right? You hear what I'm saying?
My girlfriend is
I'm sorry about that, okay?
Oh, you said it was
It was bro's one of them, bro.
Okay, come on.
Man, what do you think was gonna happen when he said that? I get you're pissed off for it, but I don't know what the f just happened. I was chilling there and then bang.
Have you ever been arrested before?
On Omarion's Facebook page, which we found through the grapevine of research, shows post of him celebrating his graduation, along with post of him and Camiona as a couple. You may have noticed his Facebook name is listed as HNPODZ. After doing a bit of digging, we discovered a handful of Omarion's friends also had HNP in their Facebook name, and many supplied it in their About section as well. We couldn't determine exactly what HNP stands for, but it's an apparent gang that Dalen, aka Day Day, and the third suspect Rashawn, aka Fredo, who was arrested off camera, all seem to be a part of, at least according to their social media profiles. Fredo, aka Rashawn, had not actually been fully released from the law as he was out on bail with GPS monitoring for a separate murder charge. Regarding the murder charge Rashawn faced prior to the events in this video, many of the HNP network of friends made Facebook posts calling for Rashawn's release while using his alias name. He was being tried for shooting and killing 26-year-old Jasmine Brown in April of 2021. According to news reports, Rashawn's older brother Angelo McCaleb apparently had an unpleasant run-in with an ex-girlfriend and her group of friends at a club, which included Jasmine. In retaliation, Angelo allegedly placed a rifle in the front seat of his vehicle as the group of women left the club. Soon after, Rashawn, who was a passenger in his brother's vehicle, picked up the rifle, stood through the moonroof of the car, and shot at the group of women after they stopped at a house to drop the ex-girlfriend off. Rashawn was just 16 years old when he allegedly shot and killed Jasmine and had been jailed for nearly a year before being released back out into the public thanks to a sudden change in his bond agreement. The court changed his bail from a $30,000 cash bond to a $30,000 signature bond, giving him the ability to leave jail without any upfront cost during his transition to house arrest. According to news sources, this sudden change happened due to a prosecutor's key witness failing to show at trial. That key witness was allegedly Angelo himself. According to a Milwaukee Journal Sentinel investigation, this is a fairly common occurrence in homicide cases in the area. Their investigation found that at least 23% of cases between 2014 and 2019 had issues with witnesses showing up to testify. The prosecution's failure to present a witness then prompted Rashawn to request a speedy trial. In Wisconsin, a speedy trial means a trial date must be set within 90 days. Because the court could not meet this timeline, they were legally required to give Rashawn an alternative bond type or drop his murder case. While under home arrest, 17-year-old Rashawn resided in the same home as Omarion, next to where the shooting in this video took place. While at the residence, Rashawn, Dalen, and Omarion allegedly witnessed a gray vehicle driving up and down the street multiple times. The vehicle had heavily tinted windows, preventing anybody from seeing inside. This put Rashawn on edge, as he allegedly received threats for having killed Jasmine the year prior. The three agreed that, when the vehicle came around the road again, they would all shoot at the car. Unfortunately, Camiona, Tatiana, and Giga got caught in the alleged crossfire. It is unclear what happened to those inside the mysterious vehicle, but by the time police arrived, they appear to have sped off. It is also unclear if officers suspected the occupants of the vehicle fired any bullets at all, although Tatiana's ambulance testimony claims guns were shot from both sides of the mysterious vehicle. According to news sources, Omarion's older sister, possibly Sierra, is Rashawn's adopted mother. While she says she did not see the shooting, she reportedly later admitted finding her brother Omarion destroying his bedroom right after the shooting, where he allegedly said, "She's my girl, but they're my brothers." Officers appeared to arrest her for further questioning, though we were unable to find any charges pressed against her. Before her apprehension, officers allowed her to change out of her t-shirt as it appeared to be covered in blood from the crime scene.
Man, you don't gotta tell me all that slick my ain't about nothing. Alright, what?
Just relax, baby.
They be talking too crazy, bro.
I mean, put one on.
It don't matter, bro. I just asked you nicely not to put it tight.
And I just told you not.
I love y'all.
During a search of the house, officers discovered 5 different handguns, one of which had an extended magazine. Forensic investigations conducted later found 24 casings on the site of the shooting. Rashawn estimated that he fired 15 to 20 shots. Dayline estimated that he fired 10 to 12. Omarion allegedly fired just 1 time before his gun jammed. All 3 male teenagers were charged with 2 counts of first-degree recklessly endangering safety as a party to a crime. Daylan and Rashawn were each additionally charged with 1 count of first-degree reckless homicide as a party to a crime. All 3 also initially entered a plea of not guilty. For Omarion's case, it would take him just over 9 months to change his plea from not guilty to guilty. He was found guilty on both counts of his first-degree recklessly endangering safety charges. For each, he was sentenced 6 years in prison with 5 years of probation, to be served concurrently, making that the total sentence. His sentence came with 290 days of jail credit. He is estimated to be released on probation in September of 2026, when he will be 22 years old. His probation will end when he is 30 years old. For Daylan's case, he would stand by his not guilty plea and moved forward with a jury trial. The trial found him guilty on all counts. For his reckless homicide charge, he was sentenced 15 years in prison plus 5 years of probation. For each count of endangering safety, he was sentenced 3 years in prison plus 2 years of probation. All of his charges will be served concurrently, resulting in a total sentence of 15 years in prison and 5 years of probation. Daylan is starting with 346 days of jail credit, having been sentenced in